Hello and welcome back to Road TRIpVIA, the once-a-day road trip trivia quiz. Today's episode is number 986. The category, we're in the final 50 trivia challenge. This is part 15. Today's questions have been sent in by Joe and Scott. She's from the UK, he's from America, so we'll have a good mix of questions in today's trivia quiz. There's 20 up front and a question 21 tiebreaker at the very end of the video. If you need to stick around for that, thank you for watching and good luck. Question number 1. Before moving its production to St. Louis, Missouri in 1954, then to its current home of Bowling Green, Kentucky in 1981, in which city in Michigan were the original run of 300 Chevy Corvettes hand-built? The original Corvettes were hand-built in Flint, Michigan. Question number 2. After his mother, Mary, Queen of Scots, was held in confinement for 18 and a half years before being executed by Queen Elizabeth I of England, who became the first king to rule both England and Scotland after Elizabeth I's death in 1603? The answer is James I. Question number 3. The tragic explosion of the Space Shuttle Challenger in 1986 took the lives of 7 astronauts, one of which was the first civilian in space who was a teacher. What was deemed as the primary cause of the explosion? The answer is faulty O-rings, or the failure of the O-ring seals. Question number 4. Mammals are usually known to give live births to their offspring. The duck-billed platypus of Australia and Tasmania, and which other monotreme from New Guinea are the only 2 mammals that lay eggs instead? The answer is the echidna. Question number 5. Roger Federer and Novak Djokovic are 2 members of the so-called Big Three in male tennis. Who is the 3rd member of this group who has won the most Grand Slams in men's tennis history, winning his 21st and 22nd in 2022? His name is Rafael Nadal. Question number 6. A traditional dish eaten in England since approximately 1762, it was created as a way to stretch out meat for poorer people. This dish, which consists of baking sausages into Yorkshire pudding batter, served with onion gravy and vegetables, is commonly called what? That meal is called toad in the hole. Question number 7. A Latin American dance from the 1700s that is fast-paced and was modeled after a Spanish bullfight with the lead dancer acting as the matador and the lady is the matador's cape. What is the name of this dance called? It is called the Paso Doble. Question number 8. Known for their synchronized aerial acrobatic flying style, much like the Blue Angels in the United States, what is the name of the British version that entertains crowds as well as the British royalty called? America has the Blue Angels. Great Britain has the Red Arrows. Question number 9. In Tibetan Buddhism, the Dalai Lama is the head monk that used to be responsible for governing Tibet before the Chinese government took control in 1959. How many Dalai Lamas have there been in the history of Tibetan Buddhism? There have been 14 Dalai Lamas. Question number 10. Discovered in the Kuiper Belt in 1930 by Clyde Tombaugh, Pluto has always been known as a planet until that status was questioned in the 1990s. What is the name of the organization that reclassified it as a dwarf planet in 2006? That organization is the International Astronomical Union. Question number 11. When Nathaniel Hawthorne, author of The Scarlet Letter and The House of the Seven Gables, died in 1864, his body was discovered by his close friend who was a former president. Who was this 14th president of the United States of America? The answer is Franklin Pierce. Question number 12. Originating on the Isle of Man, an island off the coast of England, a breed of cat was discovered with a natural mutation. This cat was regularly sought after as ship's cats due to their exceptional hunting skills of catching rodents. What is this breed of cat called? It is called a Manx, or a Manx cat. Question number 13. In the TV show Seinfeld, the character George Costanza liked to exaggerate and even outright lie. Even in one episode, he boasted that he designed the addition to the Guggenheim Museum. What fake name did he often use in his embellished stories throughout the show? Sometimes he knew a guy with that name, sometimes he was the guy. The name was Art Vandelay. Question 14. Opened in 1957 to connect the upper and lower peninsulas of Michigan. What is the name of the bridge that spans the 5 miles between the cities of St. Ignace and Mackinac City? It is called the Mackinac Bridge. Question 15. This city, being the third largest in the USA, is famous for its deep dish pizza, Wrigley Field, the Navy Pier, the Willis Tower, and their raised metro trains called the L. What is the name of this popular city? Deep dish pizza is also called Chicago style. The answer is Chicago. Question 16. The 12 Hours of Sebring is an endurance car race which has been held yearly at the Sebring International Raceway since the 1950s. It's located on a former Army air base that was used during World War II. In which state is this event held? The answer is Florida. Question number 17. When the president travels via automobile, He is transported using a heavily armored Cadillac which includes multiple defensive measures including 5 inches thick bulletproof glass and 8 inches thick exterior walls made of aluminum, ceramic, and steel. What is the nickname of this vehicle? They call it the Beast. Question number 18. Queen Elizabeth II has had a nickname since she was a child. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle paid tribute to the Queen by naming their second child after her nickname. What is this nickname that was given to the Queen by her closest family members? The answer is Lilibet. Question number 19. Unidentified flying objects, or UFOs, is the term that was given to any unknown objects flying in the sky that cannot be explained. More recently, the government has moved away from calling them UFOs. What is the name that the government now refers to this phenomenon as? Instead of UFOs, they're known as unidentified aerial phenomena, or UAPs. And question 20. In the book Peter Rabbit, written by Beatrix Potter, Peter Rabbit likes to go to a garden to steal his favorite vegetables. What is the name of the grouchy Scottish gardener that owns this vegetable garden and hates rabbits? His name is Mr. McGregor. Alright, that is it for today. Thank you for watching today's episode. As I mentioned at the beginning, the quiz today was sent in by Joe and Scott. She's from the UK, he's from here in America. Currently, they live in Sebring, Florida. I didn't tell you that at the beginning because that was the answer to one of the questions, so I didn't want to give it away. But they're from Sebring, Florida. They sent in this 21 question trivia quiz. I thought it was excellent. A lot of great questions. Hopefully you guys enjoyed playing it as much as I enjoyed recording it. Check back tomorrow. We'll have another one. It'll be episode 987 as we work our way down to the final 50, episode number 1000. After episode number 1000, we'll have a live episode. It'll be episode 1001. We'll be doing an AMA. We'll be playing some trivia. We're going to give away $500 cash to one of the people who submitted a quiz for the Final 50 challenge. Should be a pretty good time. It'll be actually next week, September 28th is the date we're going to do it on. I'm not sure what time I'm going to start it. I've never done a live episode before, so I'm not even sure how long it's going to last. I will have some trivia, so it'll play out like a regular episode for a while. Then we've got all the other stuff going on. It might take 20 or 30 minutes. It might go a little bit longer, depending on how things are going and how many people are actually watching the live broadcast. If there's not a lot of people watching, we might wrap it up early and then you can watch it again whenever you get around to it. But we're going to wing it, see how it goes. Hopefully it doesn't blow up in my face. Should be pretty interesting. So if you're free on the 28th, check it out. Here is question 21 from Joe and Scott, the tiebreaker. In 1966, Point Pleasant, a small town in West Virginia, suddenly started seeing strange winged creatures that looked humanoid. A book was written about it, and also a film was made based on these events. What was the name of this cryptid that plagued the town? This famous cryptid that was written into a book and made into a film was called the Mothman. The answer is Mothman. And that's it for today. Thank you guys for watching. Check back tomorrow for another new quiz. And I'll see you next week for the live episode.